Welcome back, everybody. I'm meteorologist Tate Nix with Mr. Thomas Lipham on our next episode of At Home Discoveries. This time, it's going to be pretty fun. This is called Marble Run, and you really have to use your imagination and creativity with this, with anything you have at the house. So kind of talk us about this experiment.
I really love this one. This is something that's extremely open-ended. So this is, no matter what materials you have at home, you can be really creative. And the whole idea is that we take a little tiny marble and we have it go down and down and down. But we kind of control how it goes downhill. So let me tell you about some of our basic ingredients. We've got rulers. Pipe cleaners are a really big one because pipe cleaners, as you can see, you can twist them on to all kinds of different ledges, and you can attach different things. So it's really helpful to use pipe cleaners, especially in combination with these binder clips, because you can clamp them onto something and then you can loop your binder clip or your pipe cleaner through it and then attach it. So great for hanging stuff. And then whenever you're working with like paper or cardboard, hole punches, and then the real MVP, brads. So brads are fantastic. They're a great flexible fastener for all kinds of different things. If you haven't used a brad in the last 5 years, give it a try because they're very satisfying.
He's a big fan of them, by the way, if you didn't notice there.
Let's go ahead and give it a go, and then I'll kind of talk through some of the science.
All right, he's giving me the honors to do this. I'm going to back out and start it in 3, 2, 1.
Slowly down our first tube we go through a clear section of hosing, hits a little bump, goes across it. We have a little stand here. Drops down the funnel to the cardboard, goes through a paper tube, down, but then flies off the table. So if you want to continue it, we're going to have to kind of control where it goes on that table. So we're going to use some of our ingredients to problem solve that right now. What are you thinking?
I need something straight. I'm going to say maybe the pipe will work out with this. What else?
Yeah. Now, one of the things that might be a challenge, since it's coming down off of this, it's going to be a little bit vague. So it's not necessarily going to come straight through the exact same spot every single time.
That's right.
So we may want to kind of channel the marble in. So instead of trying to get it to go down the tube, we can actually use this as like a bumper.
Gotcha, okay.
So I'll let you place that. I'm going to probably go with some rulers. So I'll start taping some of these down.
All right. Now our object here is to get it into a small little funnel that's right there on the ladder. So I'm going to see if I can get it to go under here. You're talking about a bumper, so I'm guessing that's probably what you were thinking there.
Yeah.
It comes off, it's going to hit that, but then we need it to have something else because I think we may run into it.
Yeah, what it could do is if it's coming in at this angle, it could ricochet.
Okay.
So what we're dealing with there is momentum and inertia. So once an object is in motion, it really wants to stay in motion unless interacted by an outside force. So like here, it's going to be friction and gravity. So gravity is constantly pulling that marble downhill. Now, as you can see, we've got different things that's going to slow it down. If we put this tube straight up and down, it's just going to fall straight down. So we're setting the different angles and we're adding different types of bumpers. So if we noticed, when it fell in here, it kind of wobbled around a few times, and then when it came over here, it bumped into that, which stops its momentum. But since this is tilted, gravity slowly starts pulling it down, then it speeds up here. So we need to kind of test it to see if this is going to work, and I may need to adjust my bumpers. So let's grab, let's do a couple marbles.
All right.
And I'll let you send them on their way.
Oh, he's got a whole box full of them.
Here we go.
All right.
Thankfully, I haven't lost my marbles.
The green one going here. It's going down. We're going to go see it through the clear tube. Now it's going into the other piece of pipe.
If you haven't worked with marbles recently, most of them are handmade still.
Wow.
And so they will have some variability within them. Oh, hey!
Look at that.
That was awesome. And actually, I just realized my bumper is way out of line. You're out of line, bumper.
Closer.
Yeah, that'll probably be more where we want it.
Okay.
But yeah, that worked really well. So as you can see, like it's all about problem solving.
Yeah.
So frustration can be part of this because you're like, I really want it to do this really complicated thing.
Right.
Well, complicated things usually only happen one thing at a time, especially in this type of an activity.
Yep.
So try and problem solve one element or one feature at a time.
Right.
So whether you want to start at the beginning, sometimes for people that are doing this for the first time, I actually recommend starting at the end. Because it's almost easier to start with your finish and then build uphill.
Okay.
Because starting uphill, sometimes people will go downhill too quickly. So you'll realize that elevation is really the name of the game. It's managing that momentum and that elevation. Because as soon as you start going downhill, it's really hard to go back uphill.
Got it.
It's hard to manage that sway where it's going downhill. To get it to go back up has to be a really gentle curve.
Right.
And with these types of materials, that can be kind of tough. So it's all about navigating that potential and kinetic energy, potential being stored energy. So when we lift that marble up over here, we are adding potential energy to it. As we release it and it starts rolling, it transitions into kinetic energy or energy in motion. So it goes down, down, and then by the time it gets over here, it's rolling pretty quick and it has a lot of kinetic energy.
Right.
Maintains that momentum, lands in there, and then it actually rolled all the way, I can see it all the way there across the room. So we get to explore that relationship of potential and kinetic energy.
Right.
And you're kind of disrupting that momentum or maintaining that momentum as the elements continue and chain together.
So Thomas, thank you so much for letting us come out here and try this out. So make your own marble run. It does not have to be what ours is right now, but you can just use your imagination and have fun with it and understand the physics and the fun that go along with all of this. Until next time, make sure to tune back to our website, kark.com/science, for all of our previous episodes. This is episode 27. We've got so much fun before, and we've got more fun on the way, so always go there to check it out. See ya.